Pretty much everyone with a pulse and a hankering for kick-ass MCU movies is psyched for the upcoming Deadpool 3. And people went a little bonkers when it was announced that Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman, will be appearing in it. Of course, the hilarious and prank-filled bromance between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh has been going on for years at this point. And Ryan recently stirred the pot in a classic way.
Wait. Please just give me a second. I got this.
Okay, so when it comes to the worst superhero movies of the last 30 years, you've got to include a couple X-Men movies, and definitely XMen Origins Wolverine. It had promise at first because it was the first movie to give Jackman a solo run out as Wolverine. Plus, it was the first time we saw Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, on the big screen. But it was a giant fail, and a big part of that was the choice to have Deadpool and Mr. Wrexham himself literally silent. Spoiler, one of the things people love most is when Ryan Reynolds is not silent.
You should have seen your face.
Later on, Reynolds put a post-credit scene in Deadpool 2 to go back and fix it. Case closed, right? Yeah, not so much. Reynolds recently declared that things went wrong with the heavily criticized movie, and it was all because of Hugh Jackman. He told Variety, "Everyone's expecting me to eviscerate Hugh Jackman, but I will say he was one of the first movie stars I ever worked with, back in 2007, on an absolute trash fire called XMen Origins Wolverine. That one was on him." In November 2024, Deadpool 3 will join the likes of Avengers Endgame, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Zack Snyder's Justice League that come with huge expectations. For many fans, it feels like there's no flippin' way it could not be epic and fun. You've got the combination of the Marvel multiverse and variants of Wolverine and Deadpool characters. Plus, they'll have access to the entire world of Disney to reference in all the R-rated glory we've come to expect from the Deadpool series. It'll probably be the last time Jackman will play Wolverine, but for Reynolds, the Deadpool bandwagon could continue to roll on for years to come.
Get out of my head!
Reynolds discussed the challenge of getting this epic collaboration just right, saying, "I think it's a tightrope walk. You have a collision of two pretty iconic characters that exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe." Reynolds talked about how the balance will come with trying to utilize and service both characters, but to do it in ways that feel true to each one. Basically, it's no easy feat. Not much is known as far as the details of Wolverine's involvement in Deadpool's newest film, and yet that can't stop us from dreaming, right? If you're like me, you definitely are hoping that Wolvie will be rocking his iconic yellow and black costume from the comics. Because keep in mind that when Hugh Jackman first starred as Wolverine in 2000's X-Men, it was a very different time for superheroes. Comic book movies were kind of looked down on. So the end result was that they were trying real hard to stray as far from each movie's comic book roots as possible. Case in point, the creators of the live-action X-Men movie took the superheroes out of their colorful, comic-accurate costumes and put them in black suits that could have been yanked from the costume closet on The Matrix. In fact, the movie makes a joke about Wolverine wearing yellow spandex.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Poking fun at the character's beloved costume from the comics. A big issue is that the Wolverine we've come to know in the previous X-Men movies wouldn't be caught dead wearing a flashy yellow and black uniform that would constantly draw attention. And actually, that's why Logan director James Mangold opted not to have him wear it. But to be honest, doesn't this obstacle kind of disappear once Wolverine is standing next to live-action Deadpool? The hilarious and bold people behind the Deadpool franchise have basically gone out of their way to use comic-accurate costumes and in a totally grounded and convincing way. Also, Hugh Jackman seems good with the idea. He even shared a picture of a black and yellow Wolverine costume on social media, which to me means my man is cluing us all in on what he's going to be rocking for Deadpool 3. Well, I can dream at least.
Now, if you'll excuse me,